Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We should have a party. We should get lots of bubbles happening and we should dress up. I could find that leopard skin bodysuit and my hat and we could invite lots of people and it would be so much fun. Does that remind you of anybody?
Yes.
Party girl. Got lucky. Or is there more? I'm going to spend a few minutes just observing a few things about Julie's character. The first thing that I have noticed in the time that I've known her is she's game for anything. She's told me about downhill skiing, being unable to stop, windsurfing out into the ocean, being unable to get back, belly dancing and losing the beads to the costume, surfing in 10-foot waves and nearly drowning, lead singer of a band, I didn't know that one, terrified, repeating the first line of the first song over and over in her head. Fear has never stopped Julie from trying anything. She's game for anything. There's a quote in her book that says, "Don't ask yourself what you believe you can do. Ask yourself what you imagine you could do." But there's more about that in the book. The second quality, party animal. I thought, is she just a social butterfly or is she hardcore party animal? She told me a story about being invited to a party on the Sunshine Coast by a gay tenant of hers. Simon was overseas at the time, so Julie decides, oh, this will be fun. She gets a plane to the Sunshine Coast, checks into a hotel, turns up at the party. The tenant puts his arms around her, says to all the 20 and 30-year-olds who are there, "This is my friend Julie and she doesn't know anybody. You guys have got to look after her." Well, they did that, but the looking after that they had in mind was probably a little unusual by our standards. Illicit drugs, there was a bunch of swingers there. Julie had a great time, checked into a hotel on her own, got the plane back the next day, and I saw her that week and she said it was amazing. I had a fantastic time. So Julie, party girl, or is there a little bit more? She talks in her book about feeling what makes you feel good, enjoying those things that make you feel good, and translating that into the financial arena, into prosperity. But there's more about that in the book. Next quality. Julie fits in anywhere. You've probably seen her, some of the top hotels in Sydney, having tea with her afternoon with her English friends, or maybe the Balmoral set. But have you seen her down on Balmoral Beach talking to the homeless man who thinks that she's a really cool chick and is going to borrow her book from the library? So, is she just a happy person who likes hanging out with people, or is there more? It's about lucky links, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know about lucky links, finding those connections with all kinds of people, there's more about that in the book. What else? Easygoing. Isn't Julie easygoing? Party animal, fun? Maybe. A little bit. Sometimes. Actually, no, not at all. I said to Julie one day, I was reading Eckhart Tolle, who's a spiritual teacher. I said, "You've got to check out this guy." She told me, "No, that's not the way. It's Abraham Hicks." Who? Never heard of them. So I thought I'll check out Abraham Hicks and I'll find out what this spiritual thing is about. So I read, and we're all the physical manifestation of things that are non-physical, and I didn't get it. I said to Julie, "What is this?" She said, "It's really simple. You just go out there, you have a good time, you try everything and you have fun." Oh, thank goodness that she can translate things that are really complicated into things that are really simple. So Julie, she's just a fun girl, or is there a little bit more? There's more about that in her book. But of course, you couldn't talk about Julie without talking about what a failure she is. She failed at school, and she failed in the exams, and failed at secretarial college, and failed in her first job. And in fact, one of her bosses said to her, "You're a mediocre employee and you'll never be anything other than mediocre." I think there was a spiritual transaction that took place at that moment, because within 14 months she'd bought 9 investment properties. Failure? Dumb bunny? If anybody's a dumb bunny in this room, it wouldn't be Julie Macken. I've been an employee for 25 years trying to find my financial freedom. So, failure? I don't think so. I think strong-willed, determined, courageous, maybe even an alchemist. But there's more about that in the book. So the book, full of really funny stories, interesting adventures. But beneath that, there's way more. It's a spiritual journey. It's a psychological journey. It challenges you, how you think, how you feel, what you believe. By the by, anybody know why Julie has dark hair today?
Yes.
Somebody told her that as you get older, you have light hair, right? It's another one of those spiritual transactions, I think. I think we should just cut the rubbish and tell Julie all the things that she's not capable of, so we can really see what she can do. Like Julie is like the book. You get way more than you bargained for.